Good to see so many folks here. I'm going to be brief. I want my daughter Kaitlyn to speak. I have my daughter Kaitlyn, who's 33. My daughter Emma will be 21 in December. My mom and my sister are here. This is our 20th Vickie's Angels Walk. And how we came to know the foundation is my wife Tracy was diagnosed with leukemia in December of 2003 while pregnant with Emma. The foundation helped us. She was doing well. She was in remission, and then Thanksgiving time of 2004, we found out that she relapsed, and that was not a good thing. Unfortunately, she passed away in April of 2005. So it'll be 20 years this spring, which is hard to believe. She was my high school sweetheart. We had 6 beautiful children, and you know, it was important for us to take her memory to honor this foundation. What they did for me the last couple months of Tracy's life, paid my mortgage, hundreds of dollars of giant cards or Sheets cards so we could put gas in the car and put food on the table. And myself and my children were able to have them, have Tracy pass away peacefully. And that meant a lot to us. So when I talk about the love of the foundation, there's a financial support, but also the love that they share with our family and the love that we were able to share with Tracy before she passed. I wouldn't be where I am today, nor were my kids, if we not had those several months where they helped us, where she could pass on. But we're here to honor her memory, and we're here to help everybody else that's here, and it's a privilege to be here. I'd like my daughter Kaitlyn. She was 13 years old when she lost her mom, so she remembers a lot of things. If she could just take a minute and share what she feels about the foundation.
Hi, my name is Kaitlyn Betz. Yeah, I was 13, to piggyback off what my dad said. I was 13, well, I was 11 around 11 when my mom was diagnosed. And a lot of people don't know that before my mom was diagnosed, I had a friend who had a boyfriend who his dad was diagnosed and died very quickly of cancer. So when I heard my mom was diagnosed, the first thing I thought was that she was gonna die. And for a long time, I thought she was that was it, that there was no hope. And when this organization entered our family's lives, like, I started to have hope again. Hope that she could come out of this, that everything would be okay. And at the end of it, even though she passed, like, everything was okay, because our house was filled with love. Even though while she was dying, our house was filled with so much love and support, not only from our own family, but from the family that was built for Vickie's Angels. We were one of the first families in this organization, so they spent a lot of time with us because they had the ability. Like my dad said, giant gift cards, our bills were paid. My dad didn't have to go to work every day, so he could go to chemo with my mom or just be home with us kids, because my mom spent a lot of the time in the hospital and not at home. And they made holidays not so doom and gloom when she had to stay in the hospital for holidays. They brought the love to the house. And then when she unfortunately passed, I do remember, like, they didn't leave you either. This foundation will never leave you. 20 years later, they're still a part of our life. And right after she passed, I remember them coming over, bringing us donuts before school, taking us to school, picking us up from school, helping my dad get acclimated, getting into back to work, and my grandmother and my aunt, helping them lessen the burden on them and helping with us as well with homework and whatnot. Mickey and everyone who was attached to this organization. And I remember our first Christmas when I could hear my dad not knowing how Christmas was going to be or what it was going to look like, and they swooped in and filled that whole house with presents. And the smiles on my younger siblings' faces were priceless. But if it's anything I can tell you, this organization does do great things, and it does it with love. That's their main focus behind it, is to love you no matter what, unconditionally. So thank you everyone for coming.